Wow, you guys, look at all the snow geese. This is incredible. Oh, you got a few.
Yes, sir.
Nice,
Yeah.
good shooting.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. How close did you get to them?
Oh, they came in within probably 10 yards, group of 100.
Okay.
Sailed a few, so I had to go get them.
All right, well, there's like several more thousand that way.
Yeah, should be that way.
Right. Well, good luck. Hey,
Thank
good
you.
job.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Here's an opportunity to see what our guys have to go through sometimes just to get the job done. Today we're gonna be rebuilding a Bourgault Paralink hoe drill. It is something we've never done before, and you know what? The weather hasn't made it easy either. So stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all this content, and let's get after it. There the boys are. Oh, that looks cold and miserable. Whew, I already feel bad for them. They do a great job, and they don't get thanked enough. But we try to reward them. We try to help them out, but these conditions are just tough no matter who you are. Woo! What are you guys doing out here in the snow?
Having fun.
Whoa! Well, you guys holding in there all right?
That's all right.
As good as you can?
Yeah.
So, what's the strategy today? You got 2 days into it. This is your third day. We were only thinking it would only take 2 days, but here we are. Oh.
They're smashing.
Show me some examples. What do you got here?
A lot of times what's happening is since it's so cold, they're getting brittle, and they push in and it'll get about that far and mushroom out the top.
This is like a plastic poly bushing, right?
Yeah, it's like a
Full length.
fiberglass material.
This is what's happening.
Yeah, that right there.
Just literally happened when you got here, Matt.
That's the one I was looking
Oh yeah. Oh
for. They
man.
get almost all the way in and then they'll just destroy themselves.
So this is one that you've had to cut just to get out. You slice it, and then what do you use to press it out?
We just knock them out with, we've got a tool that we
Right
knock
here.
them out with. Yeah, with that tool.
Okay, so you gotta.
Tell she's had some swings on her.
Yeah. So that centers it and drives it through. But if you don't cut it, a lot of times it's what's happening is it like just
It either won't move or it'll just break off and
then
or
you-
like just shatter itself and it just
won't go. Crazy. The guys are finding that if they don't grease or lube the pivot,
some sort of lube.
some kind of lube, it will not go in. It just stops and then it crushes. So these are challenges we haven't faced before on any air seeder. Here's the pins that are coming out of it. Just covered in ice. My fingers are freezing. Ah!
These gloves are nice. The insulated Milwaukee gloves.
Yeah. And they're red.
You should sponsor them.
They're red gloves. That's why we got them, and they work great. You guys, these are Bourgault original equipment parts. We've not studied this row unit to see what's an issue, if we can improve the parts. This farmer actually just asked us to rebuild his machine, right?
Yep.
So here we are, playing around in the cold on a Bourgault drill. 75 feet and it's 90 rows. So yeah, why start small? Go big or go home. And these guys are here till they can get it done and then they can go home. We got a wireless blockage system already on this Borgo. We'll assume they bought it from us because we're the #1 best dealer out there. And these guys are having to deal with this parallel link hoe drill shank. I'll crawl in the belly here. So the guys are taking all these rows off because we've got to get some bushings changed on this, I don't even know what to call it, vertical shank piece. And these got to come out, get changed. And now they get to do it in the icy, sleety, cold, rain, snow mix. This is what they look like when they're on the machine. without the cylinder on. So this pin's getting changed. The bushing's getting changed. We've got this pin and bushing getting changed. This bushing here, this bushing, you can see the wear on this one actually. This is a really thin spring bushing. You know, it's time. No matter how good the piece of equipment is, everything is gonna have a life, right? Everything's gonna wear, so bushing's gotta come out. I mean, just think of this. This stuff's all covered in ice. It was pouring out here before they got out here, and of course then it froze. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna go get a hat on and some gloves. Oh. Okay, so where was I? I was telling you about all the stuff we're doing out here. So the way this row unit works is you've got one pivot point here that's really doing the heavy lifting of this row unit, and then the way they've got it is they've able to keep the shank straight up and down as it goes through the ground. It contours. It's got a depth wheel. That's what this is. This is both a depth and a packer tire, and that runs behind the row unit. So again, that's gauging the depth for how deep this shank goes in the ground, and it's also packing. So as this thing goes up and down, Bourgault has a parallel link design. Now there's normally a couple shafts here and a couple rods as well. And what that means is this thing is always gonna ride vertical. It's not gonna change angles at the point. It's gonna maintain a better accuracy because of the parallel link design. These cylinders allow it to have a variable hydraulic downforce, which is really handy. It's not springs. It's not something else that is very mechanical. It's actually a consistent downforce because of the hydraulic pressure makes it consistent, and then they can dial it in from the cab. They can change it. So that's a really good design and a really good feature on these. The point looks kind of like an eagle beak. It's a real narrow 1 inch or less point that does minimal disturbance. And it's got a piece of carbide on here that's gonna last a long time, even if they have high abrasive soils or rocks. And you guys will see that there's hoses here, and those will go into the front side of this boot, and then that seed and that fertilizer mix will come out the back side here, right in the shadow of this point. It's a really efficient way to do things. It's pretty low maintenance. Not as good of ground following and depth control as like a single disc drill, but these are very popular farther north you go. In many areas of Canada, this style of drill is king, and there's a reason, I guess. Something that we are getting more into, and we're excited to be able to offer services for this type of air seeder. So this particular seeder's got the mid-row banders up front, and then right behind those you'll see there's shanks every 10 inches. The guys are pulling the rows off, and they're rebuilding all the pivots, all these bushings here. You'll notice that the pins are coming out, getting replaced. Looks like you guys have had to torch some of these bolts off, huh?
Yep.
Oh man. You can see here, this one was hammered on a bunch.
It does look like all of their parts are the same, and then they just flip, like for the arms, if they want to put a closing on the other side, they just flip the arm over.
Oh, okay.
So they only have to produce one style of everything.
So this is the base casting, and it's the same on all of them?
Yeah, so they'll just flip them over for the other side.
Oh, sure, I see. So right here's an example where this has got the wing on the right hand side, and then over here they flipped it and the wing's on the left hand side. It's the same base casting though. They've got to avoid this strut here, this frame member. So what do we got here besides iced up parts? Is that a bushing stuck in there? No, that's what came out.
That's a roller that goes in here that's getting replaced.
Okay, so there's actually a roller in here.
Yep.
What are other highs and lows you've had on this job?
Highs are, it's pretty simple to work on once you understand what's going on.
Okay.
But the weather's definitely low.
The weather's low.
I'd say
Definitely.
chip and ice.
Yeah.
Chip and ice.
Brett had to chip a lot of ice to get to the nuts on the closing wheels on
In the
Monday.
casting that are flipped over.
It builds character.
Bottom bolt.
Oh, the ice
covered
on this
with-
one here.
Yeah.
It's just, oh yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's just full of like gravelly dirt and ice, water, frozen stuff. Yeah, that's fun. So on a normal day, if it was warm out, that'd probably just be a dirt, hit it with a screwdriver, just not even worry about it, and it'd come right out. Here's our pile of parts here. bunch of plastic. You can see how they really struggle to get these out. These are like a fiber wound bushing. Ugh. This is a new level of just fun. I mean, fun is an opposite of fun.
Is that what you're calling it? Fun?
Fun. Yeah, you know, I've learned that if my strategy is if you just use the words you want it to be, it'll all work out. It'll all make it feel like it's that. If we just have happy thoughts, warm thoughts, we'll be warm. That's all it takes. So we've got a 7,700 Bourgault cart. Pretty big, right? I believe that's 700 bushels. That's a monster for our area. This here is Bourgault's section control system. You can tell that there's some different baffling or gates here. And what it'll do is, as your product is coming through the primary tube, it's gonna go to this initial distributor. And these gates can shut off different zones on the air seeder. So that way it can keep from seeding those. If you're overlapping or if you're going around an area you don't want to seed, it'll shut that off. And I believe it recirculates it back into the airstream. So it keeps just recirculating that run that's shut off so it doesn't plug. That's the key there. Now those are then flowing to these smaller secondary manifolds on the drill. And then it's breaking it down even further to the individual row units. You guys are, you're troopers, that's for sure. There we go, that one came out. Oh, it had to be sliced, yeah.
If it wasn't, it'd be that hammer and a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're using this Sawzall and going in there to slice the bushing first, and then it allows you to drive it out reasonably. Now, are you gonna install one too at the same time, or you need the air compressor for that?
Yeah. Can't walk up the ramp.
It seems like we got a little hazard here.
Oh yeah.
Show me how you get up this thing.
Well, this side's thawed out, so you can kind of get up right here.
Oh man.
But
You guys do not wipe out here.
Oh, right there. Oh yeah.
using this.
Oh, see? Something green. John Deere always goes into every rebuild we do. Somehow it ends up getting in the drill rebuild. I don't know why, but it's just the way it goes. And that grease has kind of worked the best, huh?
Yeah, and it was the last thing that we tried.
Okay.
We should have tried this first.
Yeah, who would have thought John Deere grease, best grease to try for putting in bushing.
Doesn't help with the ice at all. No kidding.
Oh, it is going.
It's very slow, but it's going. Normally it works fine.
Man, even the air is getting iced up, you guys. We got to get them some lube so it can finish it. Oh, it's gonna go.
And there we are.
Gotta go. Well, hey, there's 1 out of 90 row units. My gloves keep slipping. These guys are doing a great job day in and day out, and sometimes the weather does not cooperate. But that doesn't mean we stop. It doesn't mean we sit on our hands. We get the job done, and this is a perfect example of that. What we got going on down here?
Cleaning out some of the rust so the new pins slide in nice.
Oh, it's tight even.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Layer of ice on everything. Man. All right, guys, we're gonna show you kind of more of a start to finish tearing apart of this shank as well as putting it back together. Made in Canada. Well guys, what'd you think of that experience? Garrett here just rebuilt the whole row, and you can see how many times he had to flip it, pound things out, get tools, get parts. But generally speaking, this is how it's gonna be. You just gotta mount it to the frame, put the cylinder on, and mount the rear tail once it's on, because that'll be too heavy to add now. You guys are doing a good job.
Thanks.
I'm gonna let these guys get back at it, and I'm gonna get back to Fargo, but a big thanks to you guys. You're doing a great job. And don't forget it, have a safe trip, safe travels and all the blizzard stuff. It's some nasty weather this week, and be safe out there. Put that F450 in four-wheel drive, right?
Yeah. Too bad it doesn't have a diff lock like the 350.
Oh yeah, true. We'll have to get that on the next one. And again, remember, if you need one of these Bourgault air seeders rebuilt, this one happens to be a 3310, we can help you out now. Now we've got one under our belt. We've got experience with it. The guys are good. Please get us a heated shop though. No more of this frozen tundra work outside stuff. We need to be inside. It helps morale for the guys and keeps the fingers from freezing. All right guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, keep up with all of our content and our adventures. God bless.